Hi everyone, my name is Albert Isiama. I am a financial advisor. I am a fund manager. I've been in the industry for over 13 years. I literally work with money for a living. And on this channel, I look forward to sharing my learnings, my insights. Let's go on this journey together. Welcome to Think Like a Man. Today, we are talking about 5 money tips for the new year. We made sure not to send you a video in January because everybody makes promises in January. Here we are in February to talk about 5 things you can do to make this year more effective for you and for your money. First thing we talk about is budgets. The second thing we'll talk about is looking back periodically. The third thing we'll talk about is being diligent in everything you do. The fourth we'll talk about is savings. And the fifth we'll talk about is giving. All these come together to make your year and your money more exciting. So the first thing we want to talk about is budgeting. What does it mean to have a budget? We already have a budgeting video, so I'll make this short and sweet. You know what you spend on every month. You have a good idea about it. Put it in an Excel sheet and track it. Number 2, download a simple budgeting app on your phone and try to record as much as possible everything you spend on. And at the end of the week or at the end of the month, put it all together and compare what you spent with what you thought you would spend and see where there's a difference. If it's working, continue. If it's not working, adjust it. Don't buy that food this time. Prepare food in the morning. Don't buy that new phone. Your phone can last another 6 months. And don't spend that much time on data. Wait till you have Wi-Fi and save your money. Budgeting is good for you for this year. So the second point is look back periodically. You need to look back every few weeks. You need to look back every month. You need to look back every few days. It's important to look back. You won't achieve that goal if you don't look back, because looking back allows you to assess where you are. You want to buy that new phone, you are going to be saving over time. You want to travel on that trip, you have to save over time. You want to buy that new dress, you need to save over time. Assess yourself on a periodic basis. You want to pass that new course, you need to study over time. You want to get that promotion, you need to build your capacity at work over time. Assess yourself often. It's key for success. So our third point has to do with diligence. Committing yourself to a course and doing everything you can to make it happen. It may mean waking up earlier than you planned to. It may mean staying away from an argument because it's going to burn an hour of your day and you could have done something better with it. It may mean staying away from YouTube for a while because you have to study. Be diligent in this year. It's important because you can't achieve greater heights without putting in the sweat. You can't get those A's you want or those B's you want without putting in the effort. You can't get that promotion at work without putting in the effort. You can't build that relationship with that mentor without putting in the effort. Diligence is key. We have to make it a point to be diligent because it produces great results. Save, save, save. Our fourth point is that you have to save. You can't spend money on the things you are looking forward to if you don't save, because the way the world works is such that the things you want to buy are always more than the money that comes into your pocket. You need to have a plan to put money aside for the future and also for the things you need to buy. You may not be able to buy a new laptop on your monthly salary. You may not be able to buy a plane ticket on your monthly salary. You may not be able to cover 1 year's rent on a monthly salary. At the end of the day, many of the things you want to do with money, you dream about doing with money, can't be covered as soon as you want them, which means you ought to save. In this year, make it a habit to save. Our fifth and final point has to do with giving. We all have people in our lives who help us when we need it, or we know people who help other people when they can. Why can't you be that person? I'm not saying you have a lot of money in the bank and you have nothing to do with it. No, giving starts from what you have. Make it a habit to give. It is important to give. It is blessed to give. It brings reward to give. It teaches discipline to give. Giving does not cost you. It only makes you better. You may say, oh, why are you asking me to give when I have little? Actually, if you learn to give when you have little, you would learn to give when you have much. If you learn to give when you have little, people will appreciate you better because they saw that you give from a place of need. If you want to grow financially, if you want to excel financially, Giving has to be your mantra. It does not mean empty your bank account, but make it a habit to be a cheerful giver. I'm glad we are back on the channel, and this is our first video of the year. Send us comments, give us feedback. We want to hear from you. Tell us what you want to hear more, and we'll spend time working on it. We look forward to our engagement and have a wonderful 2025. This is Think Like an Ant, where we talk about money, we think about money, and we plan how best to use our money. Have a good one.